Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 4th of October. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer. We are in the final quarter. Is that a little nose pick that you had there?
No, just a little tickle
Not
of
very,
my tickle of
classy
my
of you.
Tickle of my nose. Just a little tickle.
Little tickle, okay, fair
just
enough.
on cue.
That is a final quarter that we're looking at now, Phil. We are in the final quarter, the final countdown, you may say, Phil.
11
because,
Saturdays,
that's it.
11 Saturdays
right?
to go, Gary. Now I've got a little scratch
And
above
Sunday?
my...
And Sundays? Are you okay?
11 Saturdays, 12 Sundays.
Something I need to worry about?
No,
You've got something going on there.
It's all good. We are in the final straight, Gary, because whilst we've got 11 Saturdays and 12 Sundays to go, if you think about it, if you rang our office today and said, look, I want to get my house on the market, but my house is not ready, couple of weeks preparation time, 4 weekends of marketing, so that's 6 weeks, assuming they're ready to go. So you're literally got virtually no time to pick up the phone. In fact, you should stop watching this show right
put it on
now.
pause. Put it on pause. Don't stop.
Put on pause.
You go back to it.
And call our number now. Hey, 9526. What is our phone number?
1999.
9526
We spent so long setting that up, and now you can't remember. But it was a long time ago. And in fact, a long time ago for our first episode of GPTV, I went to a function the other night, Philip.
A function?
And I had a number of people say, oh, well done. And even someone today, our insurance guy does our insurance, our personal insurance. So, if I fall off the perch or something, you get paid out or, something like that. And he said, congratulations on 500 episodes. And I'm wondering sort of what we're really being congratulated on. Is it just the consistency? Because it's
consistency.
Quality. And then I've had a few people say, oh, I wanted to be in the audience. I want to be, well, where were you when we needed you to be in the audience?
Exactly.
You know?
We sent out countless emails, got 3 people in the audience.
Exactly right. We had one person watching who happens to be engaged in our organisation. So, but anyway, a lot of people said, I wonder what sort of people would watch all those episodes, Phil. It's a kind, and people sort of do it quietly. It's not the sort of thing they do out there. They do it quietly. It's kind of like liking Michael Jackson, music, isn't it? You're not really supposed to, but you do. And I think it's a bit like that with GPTV. People watch it, but they kind of not really proud of watching it. They don't really want anyone to know about it.
They just can't talk about it.
They can't really. It's like people that do the Macarena. I like the Macarena. Oh, shouldn't I be doing this a few years later?
It's like the Masonic Temple has the Masonic Lodge. Not that I know anything about the Masons, right? No. And if you happen to be a Mason that's watching this show,
welcome to the show.
Power to you.
Good on you.
But apparently the Masons have a secret handshake.
Oh, is that right? Like a bit of a whoop, boom, bang.
So we should introduce, I think, next year.
Yeah.
Always looking to freshen up the show.
Yeah.
We should have a code, something that we say.
GPTV watches or something, some sort of a wink or a nudge or a scratch of the nose.
Maybe a little badge.
A little badge, GPTV. Hey, talking about badges, is it a badge of honour or a badge of shame of what car real estate agents drive? Because I've got to say to you, I found it very interesting lately because, as you know, because neither of us probably have been blessed with being great drivers, I think.
No, driving's not up there with one of our specialties.
We auction better than we drive, we list and we sell better than we drive, we manage people in an office, real estate office, better than we drive. Driving's just not one of our skills. So anyway, driving home from Caulfield, my car all of a sudden just sunk into a pothole. I thought, oh, that doesn't feel right. And then when I'm driving back on the freeway and it's starting to shake, I'm thinking, well,
I wonder where your car
it could be, it's starting to shake. I'm thinking, well, is that some sort of sad thing that's all of a sudden some illness?
The repairs are under insurance.
As part of it is, Phil. But anyways, $10,000 of damage just to the. And I wonder whether I shouldn't sue the council. I found out, but you can't do that apparently. But just a pothole. I'm with someone, South African, Nina's friend, and he said, "Oh man, that was hectic, man." Anyway, the car dropped into a pothole, and now I'm driving this car. So it's interesting to see people's reaction because, of course, I'm driving a Kia. I don't care because
don't care.
Well, I don't care really. You don't care about cars. We don't care. So and I love people that are passionate about cars, like Leon Guzenfit is passionate about cars.
He is.
There are some people that in your life. I've got a mate Jeff who loves his cars, and my brother-in-law loves his love cars, talk cars, love cars, and look at cars, watch cars. I don't care, but it's funny how people will assess you because
this is going somewhere.
It's going somewhere because a few people see my Kia, and what's the first thing that they think?
Yeah, business is terrible.
That's the first thing people think. So I'd like some viewer feedback on this because of course, those agents that drive mega schmicko, hotted up Porsches, beautiful cars that drive to an auction, you sort of see people in the crowd going, there's the auctioneer that something rhymes with brickhead, right? There he is. But yet, if you drive another car, like I'm driving now, a modest, nice, happy, I like my Kia. I'm happy with it. I couldn't care less. The boot's great, Phil. So
This is a
like some viewer
very
feedback
long-winded story,
about
Gary.
agents and cars.
Yes, okay.
Put it up there. Let's put it up there and let's just have a look at the ideas at garypeer.com.au. Let us know what you think. Should agents drive hot, nice cars? It should be something more family. Are we looked at as better or worse with our car? Boast time, little bit. Should we get into real estate now, Phil? You ready? 82%. It's boast time. Let's do the boast time musical theme because we love the boast time musical theme for this 500 episodes
82%
to work it
viewers
out.
versus the industry average of 64%.
Yep.
So again, we trounced the industry average.
We did.
Good, well done to the team at Gary Peer & Associates. Shout out to all of our sellers that sold. Shout out to our buyers that bought.
Yeah. And to our agents that
and to
were
the few
involved.
properties that we passed in on the weekend. You have our absolute firm commitment that we will do everything possible
only
to
two.
get a sold sticker up on the board.
There's only two of them, Phil.
Well, two, Gary,
Yeah.
is still two more
Too
than,
many
than
that we
is
want.
Yeah.
Hey,
correct.
hey, Phil. Though I've got to say, a lot of people around on the weekend. Some hot auctions. Well, maybe we'll talk about a few of them.
Yep, let's do that.
In Robe Street, in Kilda, 5 bidders, no less than 5 bidders, Phil, for this
you
wonderful
know,
apartment.
That's an interesting. Let's just have a chat about that for
Okay,
a moment,
let's do
because
that.
5 people with their hands in the air
Yeah.
is not the sign of a market that is anything
No.
other than healthy,
Strong, yeah.
and also the style of property, a 2-bedroom apartment,
Yep.
albeit in a great street in a fantastic location.
is.
But that really is a sign of the fact that buyers have re-entered to the marketplace.
Yep.
They've recalibrated their borrowing capacity. Life has gone on as normal. So
Absolutely.
if you are thinking of buying, you really need to be out and about.
Well, this is the message of the market, Phil. I think, I'm interested in your view, I think that we've now reached a level where buyers are happy to buy, where sellers are happy to sell.
Yep.
This is now a level
This is
where
real
there's
estate
some
equilibrium.
understanding. Equilibrium, people understand. It is a market of understanding the prices today.
Having said that, there's still no shortage of the doomsday.
Oh, no, Phil, they're out
Financial
there.
Review yesterday, you'd think the world was imploding, but ultimately, people, the human condition is one of optimism and getting on with life.
I didn't read that. It wasn't in the sports section, Phil.
No, Gary.
I've got a new horse running on Wednesday, by the way.
Yep.
Count Nicholas, it's called, Phil.
Count Nicholas.
So we'll
Who
see if the old
who
Count
named the
gets up.
horse? Clearly not you.
No, I didn't know. I wouldn't name
Yeah.
that. But it's a good name. But I wouldn't have the class to name a horse Count Nicholas. But I like Count Nicholas as a name.
Yep.
And sort of, with everything that's happening with the monarchy and everything, I think the Count is a very good one. Yeah.
Go with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had some other great results.
Yeah,
across the weekend.
James Robe, Armidale, well done. So well done on Robe Street to Daniel and Jeremy Rosen. So well done to Nikki Janover, who's had a great week and does well. Such a great agent who sold St James Road. Well done to the environment. So that 3 bidders, Philip, reserve was within the range, which was the 630 690 range. Sold for $750,000. Another
Wow, that was
very
James Street,
strong.
Armidale.
It was
Wow.
in James Street,
Wow.
James Road, Armidale, Phil.
Just off Kooyong Road, viewers,
it is.
between Wattle Tree and High Street.
Good spot there, Phil. 25 Kent Grove. Now, this is a good story because first it's owned by a real estate family, I should say.
Yes.
There's relatives that are real estate, very much
Real
involved in
estate savvy
business.
people.
Real estate savvy people.
Yeah.
One of the people there is connected to the family, also an auctioneer. So, but great story. Never been sold before. The vendor says to me after the auction, you know how we bought this home? No, they used to live on the other side of town in Preston. They won Tatslotto.
Oh, what a nice
in the
story that
70s.
is.
Isn't that a great
Yeah.
story? They won Tatslotto.
So Tatslotto, which is every week,
Yeah.
there are real winners.
There are real winners and changed lives. And, usually you hear about the person that won Tatslotto and ended up losing everything as, ends up being a homeless
tragedy.
person, unhappy, yeah. But these people, very happy. They bought 2 cottages there in Kent, and then they sold one to fund the building of this home.
Yep.
So well done to the
Do you know the
vendors
chances
there.
of winning Tatslotto
Yeah.
is something like 1 in 60 million?
Well, they're better than me winning on the races, I reckon. That's another story. But well done to the vendors of that. Congratulations, and a very emotional sale because, heart and soul, family home.
Yep.
Lovely story. Phil, so well done, sold for an undisclosed amount, but, we were quoting in that kind of low to mid twos. Phil, we also sold Cantala Avenue.
Yes.
It's also been in the family for a long time.
Yep.
As part of a deceased estate. House had been gone.
Vacant parcel of land, Gary,
Yep.
and selling vacant land is always a bit more challenging because, if you think about it, you buy block of land in which to build your home. You
Yes,
might
indeed.
not build on it for a couple of years. It has a house on it. You can negatively gear, get some tax benefits from it. But
Yeah.
vacant land cannot be negatively geared, Gary, because it cannot produce an income.
That's true. Well, you can't put a tent there, or
You
like
can't put a
shop.
camel or a
No.
horse or
No,
a cow
nothing.
or a sheep.
Nothing.
But ultimately, a good result there. Sold to a very nice family who live about 3 streets away.
There you go. And sold, somewhere within that range, which was in that sort of mid to high twos. Phil, to be or not to be, Seaview Street. Well, it was to be. Well done to Simon Rodolnik, who had a tough auction there. Sometimes the bids are slow and just sluggish to get started. He had to go in a few times to check in with the vendors, but it was sold for $890,000, just above the range,
And
Phil.
Gary,
well done.
there's a lot of talk about underquoting. There's a
Oh,
lot
there's
of
a
talk
task
about
force now.
misrepresentation. But, if you think about it, no one has a go at council, do they, for misrepresentation? Because
Why do they misrepresent?
quite frankly, I mean, if you wanted to take the buyer of Seaview,
Yeah.
and the street
yes.
is named by the
Seaview,
city
yes.
of Glen Ira.
It is,
you go
yep.
and buy a house in Seaview
You-
Street.
you move in
What
and you
would
say-
be your basic expectation, do you reckon? If you
Yes.
bought a house in Seaview, what would your fundamental expectation be?
Well, overlooking the park, no? A sea view, indeed.
That's Seaview.
Yeah.
Well,
no
it's
sea view.
great. There's like 3 houses in Seaview
Yep.
with a sea view. The other houses have got no opportunity to see the sea view.
No.
So no doubt the buyers of this property, who are lovely, lovely people,
Yeah.
right? They will settle on the property. They will open the window, see that there is no sea view,
yeah.
and there we are. They're on the phone to
and
the lawyers.
we'll
the
probably
lawyers,
be in trouble for it,
They
yeah.
won't take on City of Glen
No,
Ira.
no,
It'll be
no.
those
Be the
dirty, rotten
peers,
agents
get them.
misrepresenting
Oh,
a property
again,
before.
liars.
So we should have
yeah.
put an ad in the paper when we were running that property.
should have.
It
We
should
have
have
to,
been
yeah,
to be no sea view.
Exactly right. I think we've got to do that. We've got to change that. Have a chat to Council Phillips. Call it No Seaview Street.
Yeah, or no sea view street from most of the street. They
Exactly.
should rename it.
Yes, the No Seaview part of the street.
Yeah.
Please note, this
yeah.
is the non-Seaview part of Seaview Street. Do you think you can see the sea from the top house there?
Oh,
I
you
think
can,
probably.
yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
probably could when they named it, Phil, because there's probably nothing else
No,
there
but
between
if you're
the
at the
Seaview
bottom
Street
of
and
the hill,
Yeah.
right? Even when it was just market
no,
gardens
they
or
should-
just
exactly. There was
sheep
never a sea
grazing
view,
land,
no, that's
there
right.
was no sea view.
But there's a cafe
from the
view.
bottom.
You can see Mooks there, so they should change it, cafe view, and then up the hill.
Yeah,
we should
or
call it
tram
Seaview.
view.
Tram view, exactly right. Anyway, well done to Simon, sold that well. And it was amazing in the back garden, Phil, there's this massive palm tree, get a sore neck looking at it. And one of the vendors who used to live there said, "Oh, I put that palm tree
that
in there,
right?
yeah,
Is
with
that
a
right?
little kids." So amazing how things can grow. Anyway,
Yeah,
and I
one-
love it when the vendor that used to live in a house comes back. That happens a lot to us.
does,
That's
it
very
does.
cute, isn't it? When
Yep.
that happens, I like it a lot.
Beautiful.
Would you go back to one of your own homes that was being sold? Would you do
Well,
it? No.
generally we don't leave the houses in great condition or
No, that's
great
right.
order.
Because
so-
the people that were selling
yeah.
it would say, "Hey, here he is."
Generally
Yeah.
speaking, we wouldn't go back.
No,
but a lot
fair
of people like to, take the kids and say, "This is where I grew up."
exactly
and,
right.
it's a bit of a nostalgic
That was
tour.
the part of the house where my dad used to spank me. That was the part where my mother
Yeah,
abused
and
me,
keep in mind,
insulted
we
me. yeah.
do not encourage on this show
No.
the spanking of children.
No, we don't indeed. Not that we didn't experience it, but Phil, it made us better people, didn't it?
Correct.
Not
correct,
that we're
Gary.
saying we should be doing
who
so.
we are for the spanking that
Better
we
or
got.
for worse, exactly right. And your father's going to watch this. I never spanked that child, or maybe I did. Let's keep moving on, Phil, to the auctions of the week because
Yes, Gary.
there are many of them, Philip. We've got 14 auctions on Saturday over 11 suburbs. 11 suburbs, we are everywhere.
You love saying that, don't you?
Because
We
I
have-
like because some people say because we've done well in Caulfield, we're still a work in progress, but we've done well in Caulfield, even though driving a Kia. People say, well, you're a Caulfield agent. Well, no, we're not a Caulfield agent. We're just an agent.
We're an agent that can
And we're-
sell anywhere, as
Yeah.
witnessed by our sale during the week in Belgrave Street
Oh,
in
yes,
Hawthorne.
exactly right.
Just
Didn't even talk
another
about that.
transaction
Yeah,
along
block of
the,
apartments,
along the
Phil.
way. Yep.
Yeah, well, I like to say we're all over the place, but people think that says something else about us. Phil, let's move on. And Belgrave Street was what, apartment sale number 108 or something?
108. We've
Yeah.
sold 108 apartment buildings. So viewers, if you have an apartment building in your portfolio, we can manage it for you, we can sell it for you, we can help you refurbish it.
With
There's
pleasure.
nothing we can't do to help you with your block of apartments because we are the apartment block expert.
We are. We've decided to call ourselves that. Phil, triple auction action at 10:30 a.m. We're going to start off in Oakley Road, Carnegie. Graham Callan, one of our 8 auctioneers, is going to be auctioning this one-bedroom apartment.
Gary, and what a lovely one-bedroom apartment it is. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, good floor plan, excellent condition, beautifully renovated throughout. What's not to love?
Another fine auctioneer, Philip, is Matthew Morley, who is auctioning this property in Hawthorne East as another. Back to Hawthorne East as well. Some of those agents in Hawthorne East be getting agitated by our presence there,
They
Phil.
would not be happy, Gary. This is a beautiful property with incredible views. And it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces. A lovely curved building with wonderful amenities, including an incredible swimming pool there, Gary. So that is a beautiful apartment.
I'm going to be auctioning my first Saturday auction at 11:30am. I want to talk a bit about this apartment, Philip. It's right next to the Avenue, you know, the hospital in the Avenue, which is very, very good. A great, well-known, well-regarded hospital, Philip. 11
I think my son Jacob might have had his wisdom teeth out.
Is that
there.
right? Fair enough.
Yeah, they specialise in wisdom teeth extraction, this Avenue Hospital.
Fair enough. They do a lot of good things there. 11 at 32, the Avenue, Philip. This is a beautifully elevated 2-bedroom apartment with a great floor plan in good order. And Philip, it's got 1 bathroom, it's got a parking space, it's a security building, and this apartment is very affordable in that 5s somewhere, Philip. While I'm there, you'll be in Elsternwick in the Nepean Highway.
Gary, I love this building. It is really probably one of the best built solid brick buildings you'll find. Walking distance, of course, you've got the tram on your doorstep. You've got Glen Huntly Road, Elsternwick on your doorstep. This is the most incredible location, but it's the most beautiful 2-storey fully renovated townhouse, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 magnificently renovated bathrooms. You've got a lock-up security garage area and beautiful courtyards front and rear. But the owners have done the most incredible job renovating that from top to toe. And what a beautiful job they've done.
Nothing to do, just enjoy it and enjoy all of the benefit of Elsternwick. Although you don't have the golf course anymore, Phil. You know, the golf course is a park there.
It's going to be a wetland. Well, it is a wetlands,
right.
Gary.
It has become that. Well, I've had a bit of a walk
doing
through
an
there.
incredible job. I must say, I think that golf courses are the most incredible opportunity for subdivisions or parklands. Because if you think about
what
it...
about for golf? They're pretty good for golf too, aren't they?
I've got to tell you,
golf courses are good for golf.
If you think about it, how many golfers can be in play on a golf course at any one time?
Well,
it's just
72 people.
72 people.
And then they all pass through, and there's another 72 people.
So
it could be hundreds
72 people basically per what? Per hour?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, so you might get a few hundred people through there in a day. That is an elitist sport, Gary.
Elitist?
And I've got to...
Is it elitist?
It's elitist.
Is it racist as well?
It's probably racist. Well, it probably is racist, because if you think about all of the people that don't play golf, let's face it, it is generally a sport for overweight, privileged white men.
No, that's not true, actually,
Gary,
Phil.
every golf day... We assemble 72 of our most overweight, white privileged clients.
You know what? You're out of line.
Well, I might be out of line, Gary, but if you think about turning over that parkland, just forget the subdivisional potential of these incredible golf courses.
Yeah.
Just imagine turning them into beautiful parks where every man, every woman, every person can enjoy
so you can have
and indulge.
Hundreds of overweight, privileged white men walking through marshlands.
No, because they just wouldn't. They just wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't.
Well,
you know what? I see people from all denominations, all
Oh,
backgrounds,
you do
men
not.
and women on the golf course all the time.
Gary,
so
there's a
you
ratio
just got
of
no
90%
idea.
men to 10% women.
Yeah, because women have got better things to do than play golf, Phil. That's why. And they're all home celebrating the absence of their husbands.
I'm going to start a movement, Gary. It's going to be. I'm going to get a petition going, because they've done this in Northcote, right?
Yeah.
There's a big push in Northcote. There's a Northcote golf course, and during COVID, all of the residents of Northcote were pulling down the fences of the Northcote golf course to get in and use the golf course as parkland. So you know, I'm a big Albert Park. Like, what a waste of land.
Magnificent.
What a waste of land.
You get out your 9-iron, you look at all those buildings in the background. It's
most
beautiful.
Incredible park.
Magnificent.
Viewers, if you're watching this part of the show and you'd like to join my petition, abolish golf courses.
How do I end up with him as my partner?
For parkland.
Horrible.
That's it.
Horrible.
I might run for premier.
Horrible concept. That's a different story. 301 at 405 Nearham Road, Carnegie, Phil. That's going up for auction. Leo Samuel in his hood is looking forward to that. It's one
Two
of our
bedrooms,
4
two
11:30
bathrooms,
auctions.
one undercover car space, Gary. That's a beautiful apartment with a fabulous terrace.
And
I really love that apartment, and
Great
that
spot.
part of Carnegie's on fire.
Our 4th and final 11:30 auction is at 1 at 320 Bamborough Road, Jeremy Rose's auction.
Check out that. How magnificent is that property? 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking, double lock-up garage. That is a fabulous,
Hey
fabulous
Phil,
home.
I think it's incumbent on us also to just make people aware that a lot of stuff's getting sold before auction.
Yes.
So just be aware of that as well.
Yep.
Because not all of these will go to auction. So if you've got an interest, just get in quickly now, because otherwise you'll turn up to the auction. No coffee van, no auctioneer, no seller, no buyer, no agent.
Just
no
a
nothing.
sold sticker on
Yep.
the board.
That's it. 240 Burran Road in Ormond is one of our 2 12:30 auctions.
Beautiful home this, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, lock-up garage, second car space, beautiful entertaining areas, fabulous floor plan, and Burran Road is a great address.
Elizabeth Streets are always good streets. There's a nice one in Elsternwick.
Yep.
There's a great one in Bentleigh East. This one's being
beautiful
auctioned
one in Malvern
at
too.
12:30. There is.
Yep.
This one's being auctioned at 12:30, and you are going to be doing that auction, Phil.
With the greatest of pleasure, and it's a privilege to do that. I'll be meeting Leon Gusenfitter and Ben Eisner there. That's a 5-bedroom family home with 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, beautifully refurbished throughout. 2nd story there. That's a lovely home.
And looking like it's going to be very popular. So if you want to come to a fun, happening auction, come to that one.
Yep.
12:30. 1:30, we've got double auction action, Philip. We're going to be in Dandenong Road. Mark Kirkham's been handling this. Jeremy Rosens is the auctioneer.
Gary, great apartment. That's just near the intersection of Orong Road, so you can walk to the Alma Village. That is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a car space. Just move straight into that. Not a cent to spend.
Now, Phil, you'll have to leave Elizabeth Street promptly because you've got to be in Caulfield South at 1:30 to auction 13 being Bundeera Road, a great address. Good-looking property.
Another beautiful town residence, 4 bedrooms, 3 sparkling bathrooms, a lock-up garage, a second car space. Everything that opens and shuts is there, Gary, and beautifully, beautifully built.
Graham Callan comes back for his afternoon auction. That's in Truganini Road, Carnegie, Philip, at 2:30.
Yes, Gary, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and a beautiful wraparound courtyard garden together with timber deck.
If you have an air conditioner in your car, you can relate to the name of the street of our next auction, Philip, which is Carcoola Court, 1B Carcoola Court in Ormond. You'll have your air conditioner on there, Phil.
I'd love to know, viewers, if you know anything about how Carcoola Court was named and what does Carcoola mean. Does it in fact mean anything? It doesn't really matter as long as you buy this beautiful home, which is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a double lock-up garage, everything that opens and shuts. Quite magnificent. The highlight windows in that kitchen meals family area, magnificent.
Being handled by our multilingual agent, Jan Dosen, Philip, who speaks 3 different languages.
She does, Gary. She speaks English, she speaks German, and she speaks Mandarin.
She does. Not too many people can speak those 3, Philip. Only the 3 auctions on Sunday, Phil. A quiet day. Leo Samuel at 11:30 in Heath Drive.
Well,
a
Gary,
property
that is
sold many in that development.
One of his favourite developments because he's been there since the day that was built, and he continues to resell and resell. There's a fabulous tri-level townhouse, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage for 2 cars.
And you have just the one auction, Philip, but it's a good one. It's one well worth doing and dedicating the entire day for. 2 at 30 Lockhart Street in Caulfield.
Gary, love Lockhart Street and his address. I love that location. And this is a fabulous single-storey villa. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, and plenty of garden area.
And Leo Samuel is back for our final auction. A very quiet Sunday, Philip, this one, but it's like the calm before the storm because there's lots coming up. This one is 1 at 386 Dandenong Road in Caulfield North.
Gary, what a beautiful home that is. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars, courtyard gardens, modern, contemporary, sharp-looking building.
And that is a big wrap, Phil. That is a wrap on all of our auctions and all of the things that are going on this week in real estate on GPTV. Now go on.
I was just going to say, as we count down to the 3rd weekend of December, where it will be all over for 2022, as we look forward to 2023, Gary, where we've already started listing for February and March.
We are already listing for that time and even later in the year. Phil, this is, other than the Cup weekend, this will be our quietest weekend for the year. So chance to draw a bit of breath, get your fitness levels up. You're feeling fit and strong and healthy?
Gary, all good. Feeling motivated.
There's lots going to happen in this next sort of 2 or 3 months, Phil. So get your roller skates on. If you want to buy or sell this year, you need to start moving because your window is getting a little bit closed. But we'll continue to bring you the real estate news on GPTV. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.